Hello guys, according to the comments coming from the White House today, Trump is very disappointed and is actually prepared to walk away from the negotiations process between Russia and Ukraine. Well, I can tell you I am also very disappointed with Trump. Okay, I'm not being honest. I knew it will be like that. Everyone in Ukraine realized that Trump was just faking the process and in reality wanted to pressure us to capitulate. And here I will quote Zelensky again, who said, "If we did not capitulate back in 2022, why would we do that now in 2025 with all our experience, with our army, with the destroyed Russian Black Sea Fleet, with lots of Russian regions on fire and actually turned into a war zone, with Ukrainian soldiers controlling parts of Belgorod and Kursk region?" And Trump failed. He is actually a person of this very quick, unpredictable decisions, unpredictable consequences. He wanted it to be a fast and fake success, just like everything about him. And honestly, I haven't made up my mind. Is it bad that he abandons Ukraine, or maybe, taking into account his personality, his behavior, it is actually for the benefit of the cause? Let's discuss in the video. My name is Anna, I'm from Ukraine, I'm in Ukraine, and if you want to see the defeat and demilitarization of Russia, the only working peace plan, subscribe, we will discuss that on the channel. So, according to the comments coming from Marco Rubio while still in France and coming from Donald Trump today, they will leave the negotiations process if they don't succeed. If they don't see that parties agree, they will simply walk away. That is definitely a demonstration of strength, and I'm sure that millions of Trump supporters will really see it that way. Actually, it's magical how they manage to distort the reality. It resembles Russia to some extent. But good news that approximately 1% of people stop supporting Trump each week. Let me know how many weeks do we have to wait for the majority to understand Trump does not know what he is doing. There is no big plan. If you have some proof that there is a big plan and he will actually destroy the Kremlin tomorrow, let me know in the comments below. Again, I will be very happy to read that. In France, the delegation of the United States met with various EU leaders, and actually for the first time since the beginning of this negotiations process and so on, Trump's administration named EU countries allies, but at the same time announced that they are ready to withdraw from the process because this is not Trump's war. This is, according to Trump, Biden's war. He is afraid to pronounce the word Putin. You know, Putin is to blame for all this, for lots of war crimes and even for troubles in the White House. Anyway, it was very vivid that since the start of the ceasefire procedures, the number of Russian attacks on Ukraine escalated. Do you remember Kryvyi Rih and 9 Ukrainian children? Do you remember Sumy on Palm Sunday? And today they also attacked Sumy and they actually targeted a bakery. And there were lots of photos of burnt Ukrainian Easter bread, and one person who came to deliver this Easter bread to Ukrainian homes who, despite this awful war, are celebrating, was killed by a Russian missile in that bakery. They are fighting against our people, against our children, against our traditions. Why did Marco Rubio put that cross with ashes on his forehead if he doesn't care about killed people and burnt Easter bread after the Russian attack in innocent Ukrainian city of Sumy? Do you have any explanation for that? Please subscribe to demonstrate your solidarity with Ukraine and share these videos if you share my opinion. What is interesting, this offer for a peace deal that the United States have drafted, it is basically a Moscow plan, and all because Witkoff was responsible. Witkoff is definitely not a smart man. I am sorry. But have you seen him comparing, it seems to me, a palace, Versailles or something like that in France, but a historical, cultural building to Trump's Mar-a-Lago mansion? It's just like, there is nothing. Like, what can you tell to this person? And also, he kept, repeating that Ukraine has to give up these 5 regions. He cannot even name these regions. There is no reason for us to give our people, our territories, our controlled regions to Russia. And actually, all these defense systems that are built inside that regions to Russia. Are we crazy? Are we enemies to ourselves? Let me know, would you like a separate video about that Witkoff's vision and why actually they talk about these 5 regions that Russia has already added into its constitution, same as eternal term for Putin? I have a better offer to Witkoff, Rubio, Trump. Let them pressure Russia to rewrite the constitution, to take away all that regions, and also to take away this forever term for Putin. Don't you think that would be a strong position? But honestly, here in Ukraine, we knew that Trump does not have any real instruments to pressure Putin apart from strengthening Ukraine allies and remaining united, sharing intelligence, supporting us, keeping sanctions on Russia. And then we all know, according to various estimates, Russia has less than an hour, I like it, but I meant less than a year left. And that's it. That's the only way you can defeat the evil and end the war and stop the dying and punish Putin. But Trump wanted to pressure Ukraine to make us capitulate, to make us, this peace plan presupposes that we give everything to Russia, we are not in NATO, we are demilitarized, and sanctions are lifted. I am sorry. Where is the plan? That is just what Russia wanted. This is what Putin dictated to Witkoff, and Witkoff put down, perhaps with mistakes, because he does not seem to be, once again, a very bright person. I don't know how soon they will lift the sanctions from Russia. I do believe that Europe will remain united because it's not just about Russian war in Ukraine. It's also about the fear of Trump, his unpredictability, his chaos. It's dangerous for the people in the United States. It's dangerous for the people in the European Union. And honestly, I don't have an answer to this question. So what happens next when the United States withdraw from this totally artificial negotiations process, which was very unnatural at this moment in history, when you simply need to support Ukraine, continue that support. It's not that expensive, as you said during this election campaign. Mobilize European partners and defeat once and forever that rotting evil. Because empires do not survive in the 21st century. Please accept the fact Russia will collapse. Whether you want to push the world to sacrifice Ukraine or not, Russia will collapse. Russia will collapse, and we will talk about that on the channel. Remember to subscribe and share the videos, and also check my new channel where I share more of my civilian experience. For example, the sounds of war, explosions, air raid alerts, the things that you very quickly learn to identify because they save lives, and unfortunately sometimes they take lives. Please pray for all those people, innocent people who lost their lives because of the unprovoked Russian aggression in Ukraine during this Easter week, during the time when, even without any ceasefires or negotiations, any sane country would stay away from targeting bakeries, churches, and schools. Join me on X, Threads, Blue Sky, Instagram, Discord, and the link to our merch shop is in the description of this video. Thank you for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons and sponsors of the channel. But most importantly, thank you for standing with Ukraine. Slava Ukraini!